happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know y'all could probably already tell it is going down just by that title alone. Definitely gonna want to see this one as we're witnessing another explosion on the set. ABC's The View. We've got The View host absolutely losing it after Donald Trump's jokes at that Al Smith dinner hit home for some of the ladies on the set of The View. I'm excited to get into it, guys. So we're hop straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, y'all, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. Without further ado, let's hop straight into it, folks. Check this out.
Really a pleasure anywhere in New York without a subpoena for my appearance. Anytime I don't get a subpoena, I'm very happy. They've gone after me, Mr. Mayor. You're peanuts compared to what they've done to me. I didn't like Biden very much, and now I like him quite a bit, you know. And now I say that she's much worse than him. He was a much better candidate than her, actually. And when we hopefully win, dispose of her, I like her a lot, but right now I can't stand her. It's true. I can't stand her.
Oh. Hey, I got a good one. A felon, a liar, and a traitor walk into a Catholic event. That's the joke. Thank you, Cardinal Dolan, for this wonderful moment. So is this Catholic Church event normalizing a guy who's already broken 11 of the 10 commandments? Yeah. What do you think?
I think so. You know, I hate to break with tradition, because this is a tradition, and it's a tradition to have both presidential candidates come to this particular dinner. But sometimes there's a time to break tradition. You can't have a...
Here we go. Here goes an excuse. They're going to cope for why their candidate was not able to show up. We all know why Kamala Harris truly didn't show up. Word on the street is there was no teleprompter, and we already know how their candidate bears with no teleprompter available. I mean, come on, y'all. She couldn't do it.
Particular dinner, but sometimes there's a time to break tradition. You can't have a felon, a liar, a serial cheater. You know, he had Melania next to him, his third wife, who he cheated with Stormy Daniels on while she was pregnant. I think
Sonny Hostin better start including allegedly in these statements, because if she is out here slandering folks' names, here comes a lawsuit, is what it sounds like to me.
Cheated with Stormy Daniels on while she was pregnant. I think he stands against everything and flies in the face of everything that a Catholic believes and holds dear. He is not a faithful man.
Well, the Haitians in particular, I think, was an egregious sin, because those are Catholics.
Yes.
See, I disagree.
Cardinal Dolan should know that.
I disagree that being the lead Republican candidate that was nominated by his party, whether I agree or not, they need to be there, because why tell people he's crazy, we benched him? Let him speak for himself. He did that. Like, let voters decide.
Yeah, but I don't think it looks crazy.
See, even the ladies on The View know it was kind of weird. Not only did Kamala Harris, Tim Walz not show up, but they also told Joe Biden, hey, the sitting president, you're not showing up either. I mean, it's totally bizarre, and there's a reason for it. They don't want anyone speaking on what happened. They want to just race to the finish line and see what happens at this point. It's going to be a toss-up.
I agree or not, they need to be there, because why tell people he's crazy, we benched him? Let him speak for himself. He did that. Like, let voters decide.
Yeah, but I don't think it looked crazy last night.
No, did you hear his jokes?
Those were highlights.
They're lame. His jokes are lame, but that was normal.
Yeah, but anyone that can, no, it was not. Anyone who cannot laugh at themselves, that's what got us Donald Trump. President Obama made a joke at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and here we are. His niece said in the book that his dad taught him that laughter is weakness. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like animals, and I don't trust anyone who can't laugh at themselves.
Well, he said yesterday, he actually had a part where he said, oh, and this is the part where I'm supposed to be self-deprecating about myself. I got nothing, because he can't be self-deprecating. But listen, this dinner raises funds for Catholic charities and some of the work that the church does with the most needy. I actually worked for Catholic charities when I was in high school. Sister Georgie Blazer sent me there. It was run by Sister Barbara Dawson in San Francisco. They help immigrants. And so to have Donald Trump sitting there, and we are pretending that he is some sort of like upstanding citizen, I find it rather offensive. I am glad Kamala Harris wasn't there. Oh, and by the way, Donald Trump mispronounced her name 11 freaking times.
Hey, she would have been there. She could have wrecked him 11 times, maybe even 12, if she would have just showed up to the dinner. Now
sitting there. And we are pretending that he is some sort of like upstanding citizen. I find it rather offensive. I am glad Kamala Harris wasn't there. Oh, and by the way, Donald Trump mispronounced her name 11 freaking times.
He does it on purpose.
He did that intentionally. It doesn't matter because he's going to have to say Madame President.
Okay.
The last few days, the Trump campaign's been out there being like, Kamala Harris is skipping this, Catholic event. Well, she was in the swing state of Wisconsin, and I would argue that's a better use of her time.
When she first came out announcing that she wasn't going to attend the dinner, there was nothing even on the plan on her calendar that said she couldn't, or it was going to be conflicting with the time. She just simply didn't want to show up because she knows she can't go off the cuff.
This, Catholic event. Well, she was in the swing state of Wisconsin, and I would argue that's a better use of her time than showing up to a Catholic event, using a racist slur about President Obama, swearing throughout it, making crass jokes and insulting people. Like, we played some highlights. I watched it. A lot of it didn't land, and
it was awkward.
It was very awkward.
We probably paid the audience like he does at his rallies.
Hey, I'll tell you guys which joke did land. It was the one about the ladies on the set of The View, and you can tell because they're so bothered. Donald Trump got underneath their skin, and the best part about it was their candidate wasn't even there to defend these ladies. Supposed to be on their side. I mean, it's too good at this point.
Jokes and insulting people. Like, we played some highlights. I watched it. A lot of it didn't land, and
it was awkward.
It was very awkward.
We probably paid the audience like he does at his rallies.
He doesn't have money left, Joy.
On the question over normalizing, I'm very conflicted, but I want to mention one thing. Yesterday, J.D. Vance pushed back on Donald Trump, essentially saying he would use the military against American citizens.
Right.
J.D. Vance said he wouldn't do that. I was in the Oval Office with General Mark Milley and Mark Esper when he literally proposed using the U.S. military against American citizens during the George Floyd protests.
Yes,
this is not an if, a but, a maybe. And luckily then you had people who convinced him not to. That will not be the case in a second administration.
That is not a person, I think, that should be normalized by the Catholic Church.
By anybody. Birthday girl,
anybody.
you have a legal note.
Oh, a birthday legal note?
I don't think you're going to like this gift.
I don't, but Trump has denied ever having an affair with Stormy Daniels.
Oh, that again?
There it is, guys. All right, there. We're gonna end it there, man. Sunny Hostin getting hit with the fact check. That was the first thing that came to mind in the first half, where I seen Sunny Hostin just blasting and dragging Donald Trump's name through the mud per usual. But the allegations is what really tipped me off. I was like, okay, here comes a lawsuit maybe. But you see the network had her clear that up there at the end, saying that Donald Trump denies all allegations. Guys, they will literally run this guy's name through the mud. If you didn't watch that segment all the way to the end, you're running with that story that Sunny Hostin told, or that lie on the front half. I mean, it's so sad to see. That right there is that Trump derangement syndrome. It was an absolute shame. It was pitiful. Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, Joe Biden, none of these folks could show up to the Al Smith dinner, supposed to be in support of the Catholics, and they're trying to bash Donald Trump, saying that he is, the Catholics should have been ashamed to have him there. Well, at least he showed up. These other candidates didn't even have the common decency to show face. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. This just struck me as a blatant slap in the face to the Catholic Church, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We go.